I am Wild Bill Cox. It's the 3rd of May, 2023, getting towards 7 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, and I have a story to tell. Some of you, those of you who know me or have passed me on the street, will see that I dance down the street sometimes. I jump and spin and leap, and if I saw someone else doing it, I would think joie de vivre, somebody who loves their life, is enjoying every moment before the ultimate guillotine comes down. That's not why I do it. I wish I was that cool. But no, I do it for simple compensation. Five years ago, I was in Asmall, and I was walking down Commercial Avenue on my way to the shopping center. I don't usually, then I lived off of Main Street a couple blocks, so I didn't have to be on Main Street all the time, and so I'd walk back the back roads till I got to the end of Asphalt, down Delafield and to the shopping center. Now, walking across from where the UDF used to be, where the fire hall is, I was on this bank. There's the fire hall, that way to Waterworks. And I was walking along, and the fire alarm went off. As it did, a car pulled right in like a person knew. You know, one of the volunteer firefighters pulling. He and his wife were pulling. And I was walking, and I looked at them, and saw that the door edge looked like it was going to just scrape right over that pavement if they opened it. I says, "Watch the pavement there." And they says, "Yeah, we know." And so I started to turn back, and right then I hit a raised spot in the sidewalk. Bang, in the next tile. And I went right over. Bang. Typical old man fall. I didn't know till later how many things were affected by it. I thought at first I'd just done a Brody head first, but later on I had bruises on both butts of my hands because I had tried to stop myself, didn't realize it. And this was all whiplashed. And it took me months to recover from this. That wasn't the big hit. Oh my gosh. I went right over, tried to turn, as I said, tried to stop myself, did not get there in time. So I ended up going like this, and there was a gap in the next tile between that and the next tile, which was lower. So when I hit, bam, my head whip cracked into the next tile. Splammo! Real. I've gone flying end over end through the air in a car. I was not hurt as badly as I was right there, right then. That unyielding piece of sidewalk with a little round river rock all through it. Blammo. All my teeth went, started falling out of my face. I get up, bleeding. And the people in the car are now, instead of going to the fire department, they're like coming to me going, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Answer your call." Because if you know me, you know I get mad when I'm stressed. I get angry. So I said, "Answer your call." It's like, don't bother with me. Do something important. Somebody's house might be burning down. A family might be in danger. Don't worry about one old man that the world won't miss when he's gone. I really think like that. It's scary. So I got up, and I could still walk. I was seriously concussed. You know, any of you doctors, any of you meds out there, you know, you take a big blow to the head and you're concussed. And I turned around and walked back home. I thought, I'm not going to make it to the shopping center today. So I walked upstairs, second floor. Then I was on my hands and knees to the third floor because now it's starting to come on me. And so I crawled into bed and laid down and thought, like, the last thing you should do is fall asleep on a concussion. So I woke up a few hours later, and my teeth were, whoa, they came out not long after that. Completely, like a block. And this side of my head is now farther back than this side of my head. That's how hard the hit was. I'm pretty sure I chipped my occiput. I have issues from it since, but that isn't the point of this. The point of this is not the physical damage I took on the day, because I can walk this off. Idiots think that all the time. A bullet, I can walk that off. Headbutt the pavement at high speed, I can walk that off. No, you can't. So there I was trying to recover from a serious concussion, obviously, though I didn't have visual field of view issues until later. So I don't blame that on the fall, even though it may have been contributing to existing issues that culminated in the problems I have with depth perception now. But, well, and also pulsing retina. But I thought, I don't want to do that again. I'd walked all my life. I've walked everywhere. I never took a fall. That was, wow. It's like the earth went, we got you, Bill. Wacko! I was completely surprised. And it was because I was distracted and not paying enough attention. The sidewalk was way too uneven there. Go walk it yourself, see what I mean. And, nobody's responsible. It's the way the world works. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying this is what happened to me. So I determined at that time, in my confused state, which lasted for days, I didn't feel foggy, by the way, but I knew I was concussed. But I kept thinking, like, I'm not going to let that happen again. It's the first fall I ever took. I'm not doing it again. What do those promises mean? Nothing. So I started doing little dance moves as I walked down the street, skipping and doing karate shuffle walks and fencing, crossovers, lunging. You do foot, 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 foot like that. Started doing those things to make sure I knew where I was, where my balance was, where my body was going. I hope I'm explaining this well. I began thinking like an acrobat. I'm not an acrobat. I'm not that good, but I'm thinking like one. So where's my body in space? Where's my body moving? What's the speed it's moving at? How do I compensate for that? And this became second nature to me. You guys who have seen me on the street, you'll know now that that's what you're watching. You're watching a wild bill defense mechanism, trying to make sure I know where I am so I don't take another fall like that and die. I probably will for the next one. So, seniors die from falls all the time, yes or no? Help me, I've fallen and can't get up. Anybody laugh at that joke? So anyway, year and a half later maybe, I was walking into Sharpsburg from Asmal. I was walking down by, I think it's a 20th Street light maybe, the light by the distributor. And I was coming in on the north side of Main Street. And as I got to the light, well, there's Sam Smyrna over there on the south side of Main Street. That was his house. I says, hi, Sam. He goes, hi, Bill. And as I was saying that, I had come down off the sloped sidewalk, the wheelchair accessible sidewalk, had crossed 20th Street or whatever this there, and was just starting to come up the other side. There's a tiny little slope there. And I hit it, and my foot froze, and I started to go again. In my writing, I write about a thing called the silence of eternity. Some of you have been there, so you'll know that I'm not making this up. This isn't fantasy. This is a true thing. Where you'll be in a situation where your mind is working so fast that physics can't catch up with you, but physics will still affect you. So as I went to fall, I thought, not this time. Literally, that's what went through my mind was those words, not this time. And as I went over, I tucked my head under like you're supposed to in judo, and I rolled right to my feet again on the sidewalk, right by the post. Oh, amazing. Certainly better than the last time. So take that average, I'm okay guy. I'm not great, and I'm not stupid anymore, maybe. But I'm in the middle somewhere if you take the sum of the two, because one was beautiful, one was awful. So in the middle there's like, okay. And Sam saw that. He's gone now, so he can't relate the story to you. He can't say, hey, I saw Bill do a roll. He looked like he was an acrobat. He can't say that because he's gone. Miss you, Sam. However, that's why I dance. That's why I do acrobatic pirouettes. That's why I leap into the air, do full 360s, and come down. Even if it's a little off balance, you see me catch myself every time. My body now knows where it is in time and space, knows what the motion's going to do to it, knows what the inertia has in store for it. And for 4 years, never had another problem. So if you see me dancing down the street, jumping up and spinning around 360 degrees and landing again and continuing to walk, I'd like to say I'm doing this to entertain the borough. I'd like to say I'm doing this because I'm just such a cool guy that I do stuff like that. But it's not the case. I'm trying to stay alive. I don't want to take another hit like that. And that, the whole of my dancing, that's where it comes from. Wow. I would continue to practice karate, but my hands can't do it anymore. So I'm losing muscle mass from my forearms and my shoulders, my upper arms, and I can't clench my fists anymore. That's never going to happen again. But I can make all those motions with my feet still until they wear out. And that's what I've been doing. You've watched me jump and turn and spin, and occasionally you'll see me do something that looks like it's a move from a karate class or a judo class, because I took those and I'm trying to remember how to do all that. The crops that I have harvested from those ill-planted seeds are beginning to benefit me. They didn't when the moment was there. Bam! May the rose rise up to meet you in the face, you son of a bitch, Wild Bill. Bam! That was rough. But it hasn't happened since. The one time it did, I was on it. Faster than you can think usually. Going, not this time. As I went. There I am. So, if you ever wondered why Bill dances, I'm not a dancer. I was an amateur karateka. And what you're seeing now is the fallout from that many years later when I decided to take it seriously, because I didn't want to fall down and hit my head on the pavement again. Whew. Wild Bill, 3rd of May, 2023. I might be cracked, but not broken yet.